Hello, welcome back. What I'm doing is I'm just recording these videos in succession. I'm doing these one after another. So I'll do the first 2 weeks in order. Of course I'll do it in order, but I'm just doing them one after another, so it's a lot easier to do. So I'll do it like Project Rad. I'm basically copying quite a bit of Project Rad, because what I'll be doing is I'll be doing one shrine a day, but when I'm going out into the wilderness, I'll try and do as much as I can within our 17-minute videos. It seems to be, even though I said that they would last about 13 minutes, but I will be trying to do as much as I can. But it seems to be here I will be exploring quite. Oh, fireflies! Fireflies! I've got a sneaks on them. A sunset firefly. These fireflies glow gently in the dark. When cooked with monster parts, the compound that causes it to glow results in an elixir that will allow you to move more quietly. So that's a stealth potion. You can get stealth gear, like stealth equipment to wear, like chic. But it's called the Sheikah. Sheikah something. It's like Sheikah wear. I'll know the name of it when I get to the village you have to go to, which most people know about. And this was the old man's house that I was talking about last episode. So what you have to do is go on the roof, and you will get another Korok. Those happy little dudes that are little weirdos and they have leaves on the face. Stamella shroom, a green mushroom that grows near trees in the forest. It's a house, well, it's made out of wood, so obviously. It's chock full of natural energy. Cook it to release its stamina restoration properties. So you cook this with food and you can regain stamina. Oh, and what you have to do here is press A, and then another Korok appears. Yahaha! You found me! Another Korok seed with a distinct smell, and you might get something. Well, let's have a bit of a look inside. I'll be stealing his stuff. Spicy pepper. This pepper is exploding with spice. Cook with it to create dishes that will raise your body temperature and help you withstand the cold. Spicy pepper again. Another woodcutter's axe that I won't be taking. Another spicy pepper. The old man's here. Wake. Aye. Just for the fun. Baked apple, a stamella shroom. I'll be reading this book. The Old Man's Diary. I'm going to read it. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today I outdid myself. Truly, I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, even when travelling in the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer have the need of that itchy warm doublet. I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. I know it contained raw meat and spicy pepper. However, I simply cannot remember what else I used. My age is catching up with me. Read more. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I have only my knowledge and my memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems unlikely that such a miraculous wish will ever be fulfilled. Well, you're in luck. So, what you have to do is, he's forgotten the name of it, so it's seafood, by the way, so you need a fish. A pot lid. The lid of a large soup pot. It smells vaguely of poultry broth. Yum. It can take quite a beating before breaking. Jesus, that's just like invincible. What you have to do is, I'm going to sort out the thing, you get your spicy nuts, and then you get, I'm going to stop holding just there a second. I must do something first. I need meat. I need raw, cold hard meat. So I must go hunting. But first, I'm going to kill this guy. Got the arrows. What you got to do is you got to sneak up on him. But if you're really sneaky and you've got your weapon out, you can do a thing called a sneak strike, and it'll kill them. So what I'm going to do is do it without actually waking any of them up. It's quicker, and it's sort of a one-hit kill on the weaker enemies, and it's like half damage on a blue bokoblin. So our chest has been opened. A seared steak. Raw meat cooked over an open flame. Cooking it has increased its flavour and the number of hearts it provides. So I'm going to take the bokoblin horns and the shield. Can't take any shields, can't take any bows. So what I'm going to do is blow up this. Oh, don't. The bees. Not the bees. The stamella shroom. Coarser honey. Bee honey. Honey straight from the hive is stock full of nutrients containing this. Cooking this into a meal unlocks the potential of these nutrients, providing a stamina recovery effect, like a stamella shroom. And then there's a chest right here. Bomb arrows time 5. A bundle of 5 bomb arrows. These explosive powder, the explosive powder packed into the tips of these arrows ignites on impact, dealing big damage to anything caught in the blast. So these are basically overpowered, like really overpowered. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break these boxes with my Traveller's Claymore. Arrow, 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 and another arrow. And then just a bunch of apples and arrows. Most of the boxes on the Great Plateau are just full of arrows and apples. A throwing spear. A specialised spear weighted to excel as a throwing weapon. It's perfectly balanced to be thrown farther than your average spear. Able to pierce targets from a great distance. Well, I don't really need that anyway. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be hunting. So what I will need is to go over to the Awanuma Shrine, the Magnesis Trial, and then I need to get some meat. And then I will get my warm doublé by cooking the magnificent dish. Temperature changes. The temperature will change depending on your location at the time of day. It's a good idea to pay close attention to the fluctuations in temperature when you're going out roaming. Yep, there are different types of temperatures because there's a desert and it gets really hot there, so you're going to need to wear heat-resistant clothing. And in the cold areas, you're going to need to have cold-resistant clothing. But in the regular areas, you can just do whatever you want. Got another dude. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick him. Bonk. He ain't living anymore. Oh, so annoying. There we go, I'm done. Traveller's Spear. A spear used mainly by travellers to fend off wolves and other beasts. It's easy to hold and simple to use. There we go, finally, I'm done. Now we can go over to the forest and get my meat. But first, what's this? Hyrule Herb. This healthy herb grows abundantly in the plains of Hyrule. Cook it before eating it to increase the number of hearts it restores. So it's basically like an apple. You just cook it with a bunch of stuff and then it increases hearts. Oh, I hear keys. I hear keys. I heard keys. I may be just hearing things. I'm going crazy. Well, I can't get over here yet because it's mud and I'll just sink in it, so I won't be able to go there. But we're in the forest now, so I will be going to hunt. What you have to do is, there's mainly just like boar, and boar, if you don't know what a boar is, it's a pig. You kill the pig, you get meat, and you cook that with meat to get your spicy meat and seafood fry. And then you go to the old man, and he's like, oh yeah, what brings you here on such a great day? And then you're like, I cooked something. And then he gives you a piece of clothing. And you feel really happy about it. I'm getting this frog. Hot-footed frog, a quick frog that can be found hopping around near water. Cook it with monster parts to draw its special speed boost effect. This increases speed, which is a really useful thing if you want to get away from enemies. Shh, be quiet. It's big. Let's kill it. Oh, don't run away from me. You can't be running away from me. He ran away from me. Yes, the old man must kill him. Yes, I killed him. Amazing. Raw meat. Meat obtained from animals in plains and forests. You can eat it raw and it will, but cooking it will make it more delicious and nutritious. Well, I think I might end the episode off today and then start the episode by cooking because my cam will be nearly dead soon. So I will see you in a bit. In a bit.